Hi guys, and welcome back to the YouTube channel. It's a pleasure to be with you again today. So today I'm going to talk about a subject which I see happen very much in my role as a coach. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through with you the reason why I see so many founders stuck, I see so many founders fail, and I see so many founders incapable of going beyond one person, incapable of scaling their business. So I'm going to break down all 5 for you right now in this video. So what I'm going to talk to you about today is I'm going to talk to you about the 5 reasons recruitment agency founders fail. I talk to a lot in my role as a coach. I speak to many, in fact, and there are some real common traits that I'm beginning to see. So I thought I'd share with you today some of the main reasons why agencies that I talk to, agency owners that I talk to, are stuck and why so many fail. So coming in at number 1, and this is something I see the most, is these agency owners doing everything themselves, having no sense of the value for their time, literally being the debt collector, being the admin person, being the salesperson, being the recruiter. Now you may say to me, well, that's the nature of being a startup. Yes, you're right. But what it does is it takes time away from sales. Yeah, number 1 thing you need to do is get clients, okay? You should be completely focused on getting clients and recruiting, and just keep doing that as much as possible. Then what you've got to do is you've got to draft in assistants. You've got to draft in assistants, be it a virtual assistant or pay someone from a contracting basis to get you off the finance. You've got to try and get, as soon as you possibly can, you've got to try and get a virtual assistant in to take as much time away from you as possible, because those admin tasks, those nitty-gritty things that you don't think much of, they're costing you time, and time is money, okay? The amount of people I see stretched, overworked, completely broken because they're doing everything, and they're trying to save their pennies by not investing in virtual assistants, but the reality is they're not putting the cost of their time there. So the first thing, main reason why people fail is trying to do everything themselves. Again, one of the main reasons that people get stuck and they're trying to do so much themselves is they're trying to repeat a tired and broken system. Now, a tired and broken system that I believe in recruitment is this 360 model, where everyone's running around like a hamster in a wheel, trying to do everything. If you get a virtual assistant, you can get them operating in the delivery function, get them taking some of the admin away from you. You start to get a tiered structure in, and that is key to how you're going to build and grow a successful recruiting business. Efficient businesses, in my eyes, are layered businesses where you have business development, marketing. Layered businesses are the most efficient type of recruitment businesses. And if you set the platform, if you set your benchmarks right at the beginning, that you're going to move into a layered business, then that's how you'll grow. And you'll grow efficiently, you'll grow effectively, and you'll grow sustainably. My business has BD teams, marketing teams, client management teams, and delivery teams, and an admin and operations team. And I'm able to put people in all of those different positions because I've got the structure right. I didn't always have it that way, but if I was going to do it again, that's exactly how I do it. And everyone that goes into my program, the first thing I do is teach them how they can layer their business so they don't burn out. What you don't want is to create a business that gives you no freedom, because the main reason people go into business is for freedom. So the second thing I see go wrong is that people launch a business on 1 or 2 clients. Now that's fundamentally flawed. Why? Because those clients have got you in their pocket. You need to absolutely have a customer acquisition system. You nail your niche. You need to have a pure play niche that you're going into. You need to be a specialist in that specific vertical. You need to have all your clients mapped out, and then you need automated sequences, be it email, be it LinkedIn, going out to those people. You need to be producing content that's endlessly offering value to people within your niche. You need to be the value provider in your space. You need to own that space, and you need to throw volume at it. You need to use traditional and digital formats. You need to use the old and the new to get your name out there as much as possible. Too many businesses that I work with, that I've seen, that I've come in to try and help, they've been relying on minuscule amounts of business coming through, and they haven't really focused and given enough time and attention to sales. Automate as much as you can, offshore as much as you can, get as much support as you can, and get out there and get your brand known as quickly as possible. And content is the best way you can do it. Broadcast from the hilltops who you are, what you're about, and who you serve, and just flood the market with value. If you do that at scale, rather than just call people up and say, hey, have you got any jobs? Hey, have you got any jobs? You're going to be different, and you're going to get noticed. You need to flood the market at scale when it comes to value. Another problem that I see business owners do is the minute they get a couple of placements through, they feel that the only way they can grow is just hiring more people. I try and grow my recruitment business by growing with as few people as possible. Invest in technology, invest in tools, invest invest in offshoring, invest in flexible ways that you can scale your business where you're not locked into people, where you haven't got these big overheads, LinkedIn recruiter licenses, etc. You've got to try and scale as much as you can in an agile capacity, because the amount of businesses I see that are bombarded with overheads at such a young age are, it's the numbers are silly, okay? And that's one of the biggest overheads, one of the biggest pain points you're going to have. The minute you get someone, it's all the costs that go with it as well. So scale in an agile fashion. Think about how agile you can be. As you've heard me say many times before, offshore, automate as much as you can. Do that, and I promise you, there's people I work with who are doing $70,000 to $100,000 months with just them and a virtual assistant, but they've got the right tools, they've got the right marketing strategy, and they've got the right delivery person. I've said this many times, and for whatever reason, marketing seems to be completely and utterly overlooked when it comes to recruitment agencies. In fact, I'd go as far as to say that most recruiters haven't got a clue about marketing. They think of it as just a nice to have. They think, oh, we'll put a couple of posts out, oh, we'll do something on our company page. Wrong. Produce content. Be the owners, be the authoritative voice within your niche. Do a webinar. Start your own podcast. If you haven't got one already, how are you going to be a master in your niche? Look at ways in which you can reach out to people. Produce content. Look at surveys you can do. Create lead magnets. All things that make people want to gravitate towards your business. Everyone is interested in talent. I guarantee you, if you are the person that provides information about what's going on when it comes to the talent landscape in your niche, and you do that at scale, and you do it regularly, and you do it with quality content, you're going to get noticed. All right. It's always been my differentiator. I always produce as much content as I possibly can about the marketing, communications, creative, and digital world within the Middle East and Asia. Why? So we can own the dance space. And that is what you need to do. It is 100% a cheat code for getting successful. It is 100% a cheat code for getting noticed in your sector. And it works great from an internal and an external perspective. People want to work for you as well, and they see the quality that you're producing. They'll want to come and join the pack. The fifth point, and this may seem the most obvious, but you'd be amazed how many people don't have control of this. Agencies don't know their burn rate. They don't know their costs. They don't know what money they've got coming in, what money they've got going out. Cash is king. I've always said this. You've got to have a real tight grip of your finances. If you don't have a tight grip of your finances at the early stage, you're going to be screwed when things go bad. You might be just spending willy-nilly, with no clue when things are coming in. Honestly, having a grip of your finances is an absolute priority. You've got to there's plenty of consultancies out there if you're in the early stage of your business. There's plenty of people that can part-time support you. But ultimately, if you're going to be running a business, you need to know your numbers. If you're ever going to scale, if you're going to have a business that's going to be worth something, you need to know your numbers. Don't ever overlook this as a recruitment business owner. It is so critical. So the number 5, and absolutely probably one of the most important things I'm going to say today is know your numbers. Understand the inflows and outflows of your business. It's imperative. If you don't understand the numbers, do so as soon as possible, because this one comes up so much. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that my 5 points didn't spook you too much, but also if you felt there's anything in there that you could relate to, we'll go and get it fixed. And if you want to have a chat with me about how you can grow and scale your business, feel free to reach out. If you want to book in a strategy call, I'll gladly have a chat with you. Guys, these are all problems that I've seen happen. These are things that happened to me once before. I know how you can fix them. I know how you can grow a business, and I know you can make a big success in the big wide world of recruitment. Reach out and I'll help you as much as I can. All right, have a good day, everyone.